Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to another retro review. This time it's going to be Unforgiven 2000. We start off with To Censors, Steven Richards, Val Venus, Bull Buchanan, and the Good Father. They defeat APA and the Dudley Boys. Very, very average. Not really the best opener here. It was okay, nothing too great here. Just sort of like a little bit of a thrown together type of thing here to get enough guys to face To Censor. It was alright for what it was. I did enjoy To Censor. It was a good group. It gave something for Stevie Richards to do with his time. Sure, it took away two good gimmicks. A lot of people complained that The Godfather and Val Venus had destroyed gimmicks at the time. I remember a lot of my friends at the time were saying this, that they loved those gimmicks, and then, they just fucked them up and put them in To Censor. But the thing was, how long were they supposed to do those gimmicks for? Wrestling fans want things to go on forever. And the thing is, some things get old, like the NWO, for example. You have to end them. You have to make way for new things. The wrestling should always be an evolving fucking form of entertainment. The same way how people hate Cena because it's the same thing over and over. You can't always have the same fucking gimmicks night in and night out for fucking 20 years straight. Gets old real quickly. I give this like 2 stars. Nothing bad, but it wasn't anything that good. Then it was Taz defeating the King, Jerry the King Lawler in a strap match. And this match was pretty fucking boring. This was like they had nothing to do with Taz at this point in time. Taz has always been a great wrestler. At this point, still in shape, still a good wrestler. But for some reason, I don't know, they had something against Taz as a wrestler. They couldn't figure out what to do with him, which was a bit confusing because he was a good talker and a good wrestler. I guess because he was very short. I don't understand it. Raven came in at the end and dropped him with the DDT. So that was awesome to see Raven come back. I give this a 1/4 of a star for the Raven interference, and that's about it. Match was pretty fucking shitty. Then it was Steve Blackman defeating Perry Saturn, Test, Crash Holly, Al Snow, and Funaki in a little battle royal, a 10-minute battle royal. 10 minutes, so at least was given to these guys. Nothing too amazing here. Nothing like ultra fucking hardcore, but decent. I really was a big fan of Steve Blackman. He always was a guy at the top of my list that I wish would return. I wish we could have seen more of Blackman. He had to return. He had something where he was getting headaches and he had to retire, which fucking sucks. But yeah, it was alright. 2.5 stars. Not as good as the one at WrestleMania 2000 when they went all over the place, but it was alright, I suppose. At number 4, it was at the 4th match was Chris Jericho defeating X-Pac. Pretty decent match, I gotta say. Good back and forth and everything. Give it about 3 stars here. X-Pac, they really did not know what to do with X-Pac. It seemed like after DX, because after this point, X-Pac would really go nowhere. They put him in the infamous X Factor, which would go nowhere, and they really would have, unless X-Pac was in the faction, they had no idea how to book him as a singles guy. I guess it's because he was never that great on the mic. He was tolerable on the mic, but really, it was a shame because I always was a big fan of X-Pac. I thought he was very exciting in the ring, but they had no idea what to do with him. Give the match 3 stars, though. Very good little match here. Then you had the Hardy Boys defeating Edge and Christian in a steel cage match, and And I liked this match, how they built up the drama in it. First, Jeff Hardy escapes, or actually, I think he gets knocked out of the cage, and Jeff is trying to get back in the cage the whole match, but he's getting thwarted, and Matt Hardy has to hold his own. I thought that this was pretty fucking good. A very well done match, you know. The end was very good with the concerto at the end. You had Lita giving Christian a hurricanrana off the ladder. 4 stars, motherfuckers. This really never got old. The Hardys versus Edge and Christian. These were just 2 tag teams that meshed together so well. I guess it's because they wrestled together from when they started wrestling. They were good friends, so they know each other very well. It was a very good match. Definitely like a classic match between these guys. Not as good as the latter matches, but still very good. Then it was Eddie Guerrero with Chyna defeating Rikishi. This was when Eddie Guerrero proposed to Chyna when she was in Playboy. This was very, very fucking boring, this match. It ended with a disqualification. And it was weird because Rikishi got disqualified for kicking Chyna. What, shouldn't it be the other way around for a disqualification? Made no fucking sense. Anyway, Rikishi gives the bonsai drop to Chyna. It was funny seeing Eddie Guerrero go for the IC title before he went to go check on Chyna. But this match was just fucking boring. I give it a half of a star. Nothing good at all. Then it was Triple H defeating Kurt Angle, and this match was I believe it was no holds barred, if I'm not mistaken, but it was very boring. You know, very, very, very fucking slow paced match. You had a couple of good things, an announce table spot, but it was so fucking slow. You know, some spots I enjoyed. I give the match like 2.5 stars. You know, you'd expect better out of Angle and Triple H from this time, but it really just was not coming together. I didn't feel like we were getting like a really good match here. I felt like we were getting a half-assed fucking slow, dragged out fucking match. It was so fucking long. Like 20 minutes. Way too fucking long and way too boring for my tastes. Then it was The Rock defeating Chris Benoit, The Undertaker, and Kane in the Fatal 4-Way match. This was a pretty good match. It wasn't like very epic or anything, but you know, it was a pretty fucking good match. You know, very fast paced. There was always action going on throughout. I give it 3 3/4 stars. You know, very well put together Fatal 4-Way match. This was something about the WWE from this time. They were very, very skilled in making main events that people wanted to see. For like the whole year of 2000, it was nothing but good, solid main events. I really think back the whole year, you just had excellent main events the whole way through. Triple H against Cactus Jack, Street Fight, Hell in the Cell, good WrestleMania main event. He just had great main events this whole year. It was a great fucking year for the fucking Fed. Overall, good pay-per-view. I give it 8.5 out of 10. You had a couple of shitty matches, but the cage match was good. Jericho and X-Pac. Decent little hardcore battle royal and a good main event. Yeah, so I give it about an 8.5 out of 10. Pretty good show, I have to say. Fully recommend that you watch this one. Yeah, nothing really wrong with it. Couple of shitty little matches, though. Eddie Guerrero against Rikishi, Taz and the King. But other than that, not a bad show. Ha! Alright.